If you're considering a used Kia Niro, you'll want to make sure that your ears are wide open on your test drive for the best results, and in this video, I'm going to explain why. When it launched in 2016 for the following model year, the Kia Niro debuted a new model range that became home to a lineup of electric and electrified Niro submodels. Shoppers can consider Niro with three unique electrified powertrain options, specifically a hybrid, a plug-in hybrid, and a full electric. Standard power came from a 4-cylinder gasoline-electric hybrid engine complete with a self-recharging battery. The Niro plug-in hybrid, aka PHEV, works similarly to the standard Niro hybrid with its self-recharging battery, though drivers can connect this plug-in model to an electrical outlet or charger to store additional surplus electricity within its higher capacity battery. When it's full, that battery stores enough electricity to handle trips of up to 42 kilometers before any gasoline is required. From there, the vehicle switches seamlessly to gas-electric hybrid mode, where it can drive hundreds of kilometers more. So it's like an electric crossover for shorter trips, and a gas-electric hybrid for longer ones. There's also the all-electric model called the Niro EV, and most owners recharge theirs exclusively at home while the vehicle is not in use. At room temperature, a fully charged battery is good for about 385 kilometers of emissions-free driving. Common to all models are adult-friendly rear seats, a flexible cargo hold, modern styling, an upscale cabin, and a powerful LED lighting system. Safety gear included adaptive cruise control and rear crosspath detection, and drivers can expect a full suite of approachable, easy-to-use technology. Look for a heated steering wheel, automatic lights, wipers and climate control, a Harman Kardon stereo system, motorized leather seating, sunroof, and more. By the way, the Niro's gasoline engine, if equipped, is a 1.6-liter 4-cylinder, and the Niro EV's power comes from a 356-volt motor with 201 horsepower, fed by a 64 kilowatt-hour battery. All units are front-wheel drive. So let's start by looking at what owners say, and in multiple online polls of the Kia Niro owners community, the majority of owners report minor if any notable issues as their vehicles age. Still, there are some reports of rare but serious problems, and that means that test driving shoppers have an opportunity to take a few steps during their test driving and shopping process to help protect themselves. So let's look at some of the more commonly reported trouble areas and a few tips to help shoppers find the best used Niro possible for their dollar. Unwanted lurching. Some owners of Niro PHEV models have reported a dramatic lurching sensation, possibly accompanied by a loud slamming sound from the vehicle's driveline. Most have not. If present, this sensation may be the most obvious when accelerating at moderate to heavy throttle from a dead stop. So on your test drive, be sure to apply light, moderate, and heavy throttle when taking off from a stop sign or traffic light. You'll also want to stop the vehicle quickly and then immediately apply heavy throttle to set off once again, as soon as the vehicle comes to rest. This exercise is another means that test driving shoppers can use to coax the problem sound from the Niro's driveline. If you detect any trouble, get the unit that you are considering seen by a Kia technician before you buy, or move to a different unit. Though it's relatively rare against total sales volume, this lurch could be a serious sign of trouble that you'll want to know about before you buy. In some cases, owners report that a transmission fluid flush and a switch to a revised transmission gasket fixes the problem. In other cases, transmissions have been replaced. The majority of complaints relating to this issue appear to occur at low mileage and are dealt with under warranty. Next, the high voltage fuse. Some Niro and Niro PHEV shoppers have reported trouble caused by a failed high voltage fuse. If it blows, without warning, you'll experience numerous warning and hazard lights in the instrument cluster, and the vehicle may become inoperable and unable to start. In some cases, owners have had affected vehicles towed to dealerships, sometimes for an extended stay for diagnosis and repair. Though replacing the blown fuse with an updated fuse seems to solve the problem, a handful of cases also show diagnostics and other parts are required. Though the overwhelming majority of Niro shoppers do not report this problem, it's a good example of how the failure of a simple and inexpensive electronic component can have a cascading effect on multiple vehicle systems, so be on the lookout. Oil monitoring. Some owners of Niro and Niro PHEV models have reported a potential issue with engine oil levels that increase over time, possibly alongside a strong fuel odor that's apparent when the engine's dipstick is removed for an oil level check. Check the Niro's engine oil according to the instructions in its owner's manual. If the oil level is high, or if a strong smell of gasoline is detected when the dipstick is removed, proceed with caution or move to another unit. Certain driving styles and locales can contribute to moisture buildup within the engine's oil supply, which raises the dipstick level. Further, in other cases, a leaky mechanical fuel pump might allow gasoline to enter the engine's oil supply, which is bad news. Plan to check engine oil levels regularly and report any problems you detect to your dealership as soon as possible for inspection. Keep a copy of all documentation relating to oil level problems and oil changes, which can help speed warranty claims if required. Unwanted clicking, and here's the part that I mentioned at the beginning of the video where you'll want to use your ears. Some Kia Niro EV owners have reported an unwanted ticking or clicking sound that could be evidence of potential electric motor trouble. On your test drive, quiet the vehicle's cabin and spend some time coasting, as well as lightly and moderately braking down from speed. Do this multiple times with varying levels of deceleration. You are trying to engage the vehicle's regenerative braking system in as wide a range of operating situations as possible. As you brake, coast, and regenerate, listen closely to the front of the Niro near your feet. You're on the lookout for a rhythmic ticking sound, which some owners describe as a fast clock noise, or something similar to the spinning Wheel of Fortune from the TV game show. This sound could be evidence of a problem with the Niro's electric motor, bearings within, a control unit, or some other hardware elsewhere in the electric driveline. This issue seems most prevalent in 2019 model year units and seems to happen almost exclusively at low miles. Many affected owners have had electric motors replaced with updated units under warranty. Charging equipment. If you're considering a Kia Niro that plugs in, be sure to check the charging provisions included. Look closely for indications of scorching, bent plug prongs, damaged plug ends, and rips or tears in the insulation of the charge cable cord. If the charging equipment is in poor shape, call it into your pricing negotiations and budget for a replacement. Using a worn-out or damaged charge cord is a potential safety hazard. Apparently, so is the use of certain non-factory approved charging cables or at-home chargers, which have seen some owners reporting damage from melting of the Niro's charge port. And remember that while rare, charge port or electronic system damage caused by the use of non-approved charging provisions is not covered by warranty and may be costly to repair. These tips were designed to help test driving shoppers more easily identify potential trouble areas reported by some owners. A careful and attentive test drive that focuses on the areas we just covered can help you find a first-class copy of a second-hand Kia Niro. I'm Justin Pritchard. Hit that like button if you learned something new, and until next time, take care and drive safe.